Hey, what's up guys? Preston here, Citizen Response. Got another video coming to you guys today talking about the Holosun EPS carry and why it may not be as indestructible as you're led to think. Alright guys, so a little backstory on this optic. I pre-ordered this optic as soon as the pre-order link came out on CNH Precision Weapons. Took probably about a month to come in, and then I received the optic. I immediately threw it on my SIG P365X, took it to the range, zeroed, and from there proceeded to shoot it a lot. Ran it at matches, running it just shooting with my buddies for fun, and I absolutely loved it. I actually had a few opportunities to shoot this optic in the rain, which was really cool because I got to run it side by side directly with a Holosun 407K. And guys, I will tell you the difference in shooting in the rain with an enclosed optic versus an open optic, not even comparable. So was super excited to start using this and make this my concealed carry optic of choice. Now getting into the title of the video, what happened. So I was enjoying it, it was going great. I was going for a run, I was testing a running chest rig holster thing. It had a piece of Velcro secured and then a holster inside. But guys, sometimes everything just goes wrong and everything fails. The Velcro popped open. I don't know if it had loosened up from sitting in the car or whatever. And not like with the gun in it, but just the holster itself because I was running after I was doing something else. But the Velcro popped off and the retention on the holster did not hold the gun in and the gun flew out. And as you can see right there, I'll roll in some B-roll. The optic caught the entirety of the fall directly on the bottom left corner of the optic. So you can see that it got pretty dinged up there. But obviously I immediately put it back in the holster, finished up the run, took it home to do an evaluation, and the optic seemed to be just fine. I mean, obviously you can't tell if it loses zero from a fall, which you would need to go to the range to confirm that, but just based off of looks and operation, it seemed to be working fine. That was for the first few days, and then things started to get weird from there. I noticed 2 days after the fall, the optic would start to flicker. So if you know anything about these optics, when you use the plus and the minus button, it just goes directly to the next setting, right? It doesn't flicker on and off when you do it. If you have one of these, you know what I'm talking about. Mine started to do that. It started to flicker on and off when I would adjust it. And then what would happen is I wouldn't be able to adjust it to a very big range, right? So you have the highest, brightest setting, and then you have the lowest dim setting. And what would happen is I would not be able to adjust it to the bottom setting and the top setting, and it became very, very narrow range in which I was able to adjust it. And then after another day, it just completely stopped working. I couldn't even turn the optic on. Battery was in, it was a new battery, Duracell, that I had put in myself when I got the optic, so I know it wasn't the battery. So I sent it off to Holosun. That's kind of where the story picks up now because I just got this optic back in. All right, so I just got the optic back in yesterday, and based on just initial evaluation, it seems to be back to normal. The thing that's funny though is I called them and said, great, you fixed the optic. I would like to know what happened, what repairs were done, you know, what was damaged, just so we can get an idea of what these optics are and are not capable of and what kind of damage you might expect to have if it takes a chest height fall onto concrete, which I wouldn't recommend doing. They actually told me they didn't do anything to it. They said the engineers evaluated it for 2 weeks and made no repairs and found nothing wrong with the optic, which I found interesting because as you see from the video I'm rolling in, there's definitely something wrong with the optic. They said they didn't change anything about it. So I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if there's a disconnect in the engineer side and the customer support side, or if there's something, if I'm going crazy, right? I hate putting out negative videos and negative reviews, but it's just a little weird. Like, it's very evident from what I saw and what I experienced that something was off with the optic, but now it seems to be in perfect working order. Guys, one thing I can tell you is that this is not going back on my concealed carry gun. It really sucks because I paid $350 for this optic and now I don't really have any good use for it. I don't trust it anymore. Because it would be one thing if they said they repaired it and fixed it, but it's another thing that they just sent it right back to me. I've actually broken, I had a defective Holosun in the past and I sent it back and they sent me a brand new one. The fact that they just repackaged this one and sent it right back to me shows I think they're having issues with stocking. I have multiple friends that have pre-ordered EPS carries a long time ago and still don't have them. So I'm not sure if that's the reason it just got sent back to me. But yeah, this definitely will not be going back on my carry gun. I'll do some more testing. I'm going to throw it on a different gun, like probably my 43X or another gun, to continue testing it and see if I get these issues that pop back up. But guys, it's just a quick update on what happened with my EPS carry, where I'm at. I guess some recommendations, right? If you can avoid having it fall directly onto concrete, that's probably a good thing. I know Sage Dynamics does these tests all the time. I believe he actually did the same test with this optic and he had no issues with it. So it'd be really interesting to, see why my experience is different. But like I said, I'll continue to follow up. I'll let you guys know if I have any updates in the future. Hi guys, as always, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Learn maybe not to drop your optic from chest height into concrete. I learned that the hard way. But as always, at the end of my videos, I like to give this opportunity. If you want a chronological Bible totally for free, I will send it to you free of charge. It's one of those things, if you're trying to read the Bible, you don't know where to start. It can be really intimidating. It's a really great way to do it because it organizes it into a linear fashion, doesn't add or subtract anything, but just makes it into a much more palatable reading experience, guys. So if you're new to the faith or you don't have a faith at all and you just want to explore it, guys, I will send you one totally free of charge. Lots of people have taken me up on this offer already. I'm free to send out as many as people want them, as many as I can afford to send out. Guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Get out there, train hard, stay safe.